Welcome back, this is Jack. I think a Wolfenstein TV show needs to be a thing. We could use the New Order as a guide for telling the story. Obviously, this would need to be a hard R story, as killing Nazis and possibly Klansmen needs to be shown in all of its graphic and glory. Why a TV show? With it being a TV show, it would allow you to draw out the story a lot more and dive into some of the details of the world that are in there. Wolfenstein has a lot of anti-racism and anti-fascism buried into the background details of the story, though BJ Blazkowicz really doesn't pay attention to this kind of stuff. Using the side characters, we can use them to draw out those elements of the story and turn what could have easily just been an easy beat-em-up story to actually having a message behind it. If I were to write a pilot, which I am considering making a prototype script for, the first episode / pilot episode would take place with BJ Blazkowicz in the hospital, also showing the occasional flashback to what happened to put him there during this world's reality of World War II. The idea being it would give just enough of a taste of the action of what happened that would be later explored, while also at the same time giving hints at the overall story, enough of a story hook to draw people in. With the bare minimum showing the technology that the Nazis used in this fictional world, and also introduced Watt and Ferguson. Obviously this is in BJ's mind during his coma, so any details that need to be hidden or obscured can be blurred out because he just can't remember it right. You can even change the scene and show inconsistencies because once again, this is in his mind, allowing when you do the scenes proper in a later episode for them to not be consistent with the two. The other half of the opening act, which would be used to break up the memories, would show what's going on in modern times. Like in the game, they would show up, cart away supplies, deal with burdens of the state as they were called, and generally what Nazis were known for doing to people who would have been in a mental hospital like that. BJ, like in the game, would wake up when a Nazi commander kills the head doctor who had been trying to protect his patients. The Nazi commander would also take the doctor's daughter, the woman who would later be known as Anya, BJ's wife, for being a traitor to the state. The second act can be used to show him slowly regaining his function as he's moving through the hospital dealing with various Nazi squads that are still going through the hospital, showing a more slow pace and allow for a bit of a narration within his head, him trying to figure out what's going on. And then the final closing act of that first episode would probably be him going full bore and showing what he is known for as a Nazi killer when he goes out the front door and sees them trying to take away Anya and dealing with all the Nazi soldiers that were outside, including their weird mech dog things that they've had. I would of course end the episode probably on him executing one last Nazi commander or whatever that's there, or the Nazi commander in question. I feel leaving it that way would give the audience a good taste of how violent the show could really be. Since BJ is not a very talkative character, a lot of dialogue would actually be just his internal monologue going on. You would hear it as a voiceover. This can give the viewer a good glimpse of what's going on in his mind. This can range about his feelings towards certain things that are going on, or just his confusion with technology that because it has grown up over the past 10 years that he just doesn't know. And of course, how he feels about other characters. I have no real opinion on casting, to be honest. I do see Chris Evans would be able to do it. I do see Chris Hemsworth would be able to do it. They both have the build, they both have the appearance, and I do believe they have the acting chops to pull it off. However, they are such big name actors that most of the budget would go to just hiring them. Personally, I'm leaning towards the idea of finding a new talent for this, because that's actually how Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth were able to explode. They were C-list celebrities before they were able to be picked up by Marvel. If you like this idea, hit that like button down below. If you dislike or have suggestions, there is a comment section down below. If you want me to write that script up and share it with the public, you can also leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned, and I get to see you in the next one.